Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just wanted to voice my support for the nominees that we'll be confirming today, all of them. I wanted to mention a couple in particular. In referring to David Barlow, I'm grateful for the bipartisan support that he enjoys, and grateful to Senator Feinstein for her acknowledgement of his qualifications. David Barlow is someone I've known for about 30 years, and I got to know him when I was in college, and he and I later ended up at the same law firm. I was at Sidley Austin in D.C. while he was at Sidley Austin in Chicago. We had known each other in college. We ended up being members of the same firm. He went to Brigham Young University as an undergraduate and then went to Yale Law School. I've never heard of the place, but they tell me it has decent academic standards. After graduating from Yale Law School, he went to Chicago, where he joined the law firm that was then known as Lord Bissell and Brooke. A few years later, he saw the light and came over to Sidley. He became a partner at Sidley in 2006 and remained there through 2010. In early 2011, Mr. Barlow accepted a position to serve as my chief counsel and worked on this committee, where he served me very well. Later that year, President Obama decided to nominate Mr. Barlow to be the U.S. Attorney for the District of Utah. He served in that capacity from 2011 through 2014, when he returned to Sidley as a partner. He worked for a time for Walmart for about a year in between his return to Sidley and returning to Utah, where he is now a partner at Dorsey Whitney, LLP. I've known Mr. Barlow for, like I say, more than 30 years. He's someone who I know to be a man of utmost integrity and intellectual capacity, and he will serve the people of Utah and the people of this country well as a U.S. District Judge. I also know Justin Walker, and I'd like to speak to his qualifications. Justin is young. His youth understates his capacity. His intellect is absolutely outstanding. He graduated summa cum laude from Duke University and magna cum laude from Harvard University Law School. He clerked for Judge Kavanaugh on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, and then for Justice Kennedy on the U.S. Supreme Court. He is currently a professor of law, and as a professor of law, he teaches, among other things, legal writing. He teaches young lawyers about how to understand the law and about how to interact with federal courts. He has taught things dealing with the federal rules of civil procedure and constitutional law to his students. These are things that form the nuts and bolts of litigation in federal court today. While he has worked as a litigator, his work has tended to focus more on dispositive motions and appellate briefs than they have on the conduct of a trial, which, if you talk to many federal district judges, I would say most of them these days, their practice consists far more of handling dispositive motions, their motions practice, than it does on the conduct of trials. It is not to say that trial experience isn't important or that it's irrelevant. It's to say that every day we have met as a committee. I've been on this committee now for about 9 years, and we have regularly, during that time, confirmed people of both political parties, Obama nominees and Trump nominees, who have had a lot of experience as trial lawyers, and we've confirmed others who have had less, whose practice has tended to focus more on dispositive motions. I believe that a healthy federal district bench benefits from both types of experience. And in Mr. Walker's case, I know him to be a man of absolutely outstanding, unsurpassed intellectual capabilities, and someone from whom the federal judiciary will benefit from years to come. I'm honored to know him and to support his nomination. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator